thank you very much, Rishi, for this first very effusive introduction of mine, and pleasure to be with this August panel. I have been knowing GI for really very long time, so it's a privilege to be with them. Very apt question, and I think today all the businesses, line managers and HR are grappling with this transition, because we are in an era where knowledge or information is flowing as freely as we could imagine. They're saying thought at action at the speed of light. So information is also going at the speed of light, and one Instagram photo and image and you can transmit information to anybody and everybody, or one YouTube video or LinkedIn post. And we have seen that how some of the senior business leaders are talking about what they have done to take care of employees on LinkedIn post during the COVID times, what policy enforcement they have brought and how new dimensions have been brought in. So there's a constant comparison happening. Now, to the point which you spoke about, today people are more comfortable being gig versus somebody like us who are very keen to be on roll. There are 2-3 things which socially have changed. One is today the definition of security has moved, because India's average income has also grown from one level to another level. Today's young person is living more comfortable life because he can control temperature by a remote. He can move in an automobile which has more features than probably Rockefeller himself would have traveled in the car. It's air-conditioned car, and 1 or 2 car for middle income Indian is a reality, Whereas the earlier getting 2-time food was the you are reasonably rich having one electric connection. So the whole transmission has happened, and so has the orientation. So people are now more and more looking for intellectual stimulation, and because basic security needs are taken care of. So safety, house, bread and butter, hot and cold water, all those things are taken care, and so as the aspiration of youth is changing. Today, people are continuously reinventing, and that's what the startup is happening. And the one objective is to create, bring ease of living, and ease of doing business is one part of that. In this process today, your old classic throwing a rule book practice is over. Okay, because there's a constant comparison, and there is going to be chase for who is doing better and slightest better, because there are opportunities available. There is, because of and technology boom happening, people are we want to make maximum or most out of it, and therefore this I would say gold rush is happening across not only India but a lot of other countries. And that is when the sustainable workplace becomes the responsibility not only of employer but also for companies, the employees and government. Now today, as we know, finally the currency is economics, and as geopolitical situation is shifting its pivot from Europe and America to Asian countries, we are experiencing the service industry boom, and service industry boom is a different mindset. Okay, because there's an instant gratification. You can see the cause and effect relationship. If you manufacture one transformer, right from the procurement of the material to vendor development to delivery, and then connecting to the power and delivering the power, uninterrupted power supply, versus here is a mall, people are coming giving hard cash or immediate transaction, online payment. So the speed of business has dramatically changed. In such a scenario, in such a context, HR policies, government policies, organization processes cannot be of 1990 or 2010. Even they should be rather 2025. That means you have to be always ahead of curve. You have to bring an element of surprise, and that's what will drive the employee engagement. Your cake, pastry, birthday parties are no longer attraction. If it's the Husberg's principle, if you do it, it's okay. If you don't do it, it's a demotivation. So all these practices are so common. I mean, now even people have gone and started greeting the parents to their birthday, employees' parents' birthday week. So there's no limit you can go. However, some of the cardinal principles of employee engagement and bringing discretionary efforts remain unchanged. And that is being a trustworthy employer, standing by your employees in the times of need, giving little bit flexibility, understanding. And therefore, today, all the organizations are transitioning from human being to being human. Line managers are first time are more empathetic than they have been with their tight collar job. Today, they understand what it means going through. What does it mean working with a laptop in a 1 BHK room when probably son is also studying on mobile and online classes are on, and wife is probably you have a whistle of a cooker, you can listen in a video call. So slowly and steadily people are becoming more empathetic. Government on the other side, if you look at today as a country, we have less number of universities. Of course, we have less number of world-class universities. We have less number of PhDs. We have less number of research centers and investment in that. And obviously, being such a large country, somehow or the other place you will have law and order situation. All these things do impact your potential as investment destination. And when it happens, we as a society, thankfully, I would say India is a reasonably progressive now. And if all countries have to believe in China plus one policy, we will see more hyper activity happening, and HR and business leader will have to groom themselves up ahead of the next generation and create the set of policies and practices which are more forward looking. And let me tell you, this time you will have no Europe and America to refer to. You will have to authentically invent something, because an 18-year guy from some college in India is as cutting edge some other part of the world. And therefore, genuine original thinking is the solution. What that could be, that depends on each and every organization, each and every ecosystem. There could be some generic things and there could be some specific things. What suits you? Basically, how do you connect with your people? Listen the voice of employees and reinvent, redefine your policy framework. This is on the higher level. For audience who have been with us for some time, I would only leave 2-3 messages, that 2 practices I would like to share from my organization which could benefit you. So we have, of course, off-roll and on-roll workforce. We have, as a financial service organization, encourage people to transform ourselves into a knowledge powerhouse to bring the true meaning of customer centricity. Because if there's no economic activity, there's no customer, boss, where is the sustainability? There's a challenge on bread and butter and earning revenue and profit. So therefore, all of us will have to continuously upgrade ourselves. So we have told our MBA students to do NISM 10A, 10B, 5A, 5C and CFA foundation program. Happy to tell you that 90% of our people have already completed. So we see a dream that as an asset manager, we will have more than 250 CFA MBA combination employees, so that we can serve our customers right and give the right advisory to them. Along with, we are running a series of workshops and ethics and governance practices. ESG investing being the new flavor requires more transparency in your processes and policies. Being more diversified, inclusion driven organization, and belongingness and equity comes along with it. Also more compliant with the environment and rules and regulation, and also have more human rights embedded in your approach to manage people. All these things, I am sure, have its own set of complexities given the limited revenue streams all of us have. But more than anything else, you need intent, and convert your organization into a galvanized workforce. And that is what will help you to win in the marketplace. HR leaders and business leaders will have to support these business processes alike. And therefore, my one standard statement is, we have to transition from HR manager who knows business to business manager who also knows HR. So this is the message I have today. That's it from my side, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Alok. In fact, it's like from God's speed you transition to light speed, because light you can still measure as to at what speed it travels.